Hey guys, Dougie at the Hardwood in historic downtown Cuero, Texas, and right now we're going to go over the Cuba Libre. Cuba Libre. This is one of my favorite combinations of spirit to mixer. You can go to any bar, and say Cuba Libre, and the bartender will most certainly know what you're talking about. Chances are they'll take a white rum, some Coca Cola, ice, lime wedge, and hand it over. And guess what? That's a Cuba Libre. So at the Hardwood, I figured if we're going to have a Cuba Libre, let's make it as best as we possibly can. So I decided to make a daiquiri variation that uses Coca Cola not as a cover-up, but as an ingredient. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First thing you're going to need is a syrup. What we're going to use for the Hardwood's Cuba Libre is going to be a Demerara syrup, 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts Demerara sugar to 1 part water. Demerara is going to have a higher molasses content, so a lot more earthiness, a lot more depth to your cocktail. And of course, freshly squeezed double strain lime juice. Our house rum blend. Quality ice. I highly suggest a Hawthorne strainer, a fine mesh strainer, and we're going to have a tall glass, or more of a highball glass. I'll just give you an example, like this guy right here, but we have one that's chilling in the freezer right now. So yeah, we're going to take your typical well cocktail, and we're going to turn it into a craft cocktail that you're going to want to spend top dollar for because it's the best drink you've ever had. I think. So let's get building. Gonna need a shaker. Gonna take the Demerara syrup that we just mentioned. We're gonna do a heavy 1/4 ounce. So right under a 1/2 ounce. So some people might say 3/8. I'm a number doctor now. Freshly squeezed lime juice that we talked about. So what I mean by double strained, if you get a juicer or even if you have a hand juicer, try your best to put it through even like a baking sieve, and then from there straining it through a fine mesh. And that way you're just getting all the pulp out, any seeds left over, just to make sure that your mouthfeel is going to be pleasant the whole way through your cocktail. 3/4 ounces. Now we're going to do our rum blend. So the rum blend that we're using is going to be, I wanted this rum blend to be something that you could find or easily make in any part of the state or the country or wherever you're at watching this. So I actually did a split base with Captain Morgan's spice rum. If you're going to get Captain Morgan, make sure you just get the original spice rum. All the other stuff, like all the new stuff coming out and all the things that are on the commercials that are doing all these quirky little tricks and everything isn't necessarily what you want. So this is quality and it's affordable. And the other half is going to be gold rum from Demerara. Put a good amount of Jamaican pot still rum from Hamilton. Wonderful expression of pot still rum, black rum. And then of course some more Ray and Nephew. They're overproof, and for a 750 milliliter, which is one of these bottles, an ounce of this will permeate the entire bottle, so it doesn't take much. It's not about getting hammered on overproof rum. It's really about just getting that Jamaican funk you always hear about just to shine through. So let's get that rum in there. We're going to do 2 ounces. Before we get to shaking, the ice, we're going to go ahead and get the ice crack to put into our chilled glass. When it comes to the ice, if you cannot find handcrafted ice in your area, just go to your McDonald's, get their ice. It's going to be better than what comes out of your freezer. But chances are you're going to be able to find this anywhere in Texas. It's available at any specs from Fat Ice. If you're in New York, 100 also makes incredible ice for your home bar needs. So let me grab that chilled glass. Help. Chilled glass. Cuba. Typically, we use a Collins cut on the cubes. That means that the cube would fill the entire glass lengthwise, but we don't have any of those right now, so we're just going to take a muddler. We're going to take some cubes. These are 2 by 2 by 2. Break it. Just get right in there. Might need 2. Yeah, get that there. Any scraps left over, you can go ahead and put into your big shaker. And then we're going to go ahead and get our shake on. Fill your shaker with ice about halfway. Lock your tins. All right, and shake like nobody's watching. Take your Hawthorne strainer, put it on your big tin. Take your fine mesh strainer, put it in your small tin. Go ahead and strain away. I do it this way into the small tin and not directly into the glass because it's less of a mess. You have more control. Wonderful. Get all your dirty tools out of the way so you just have more opportunity to work. It looks better. A little bit of class. Take your libation. Pour it over your ice. So as you can see, there is very little room for cola. Again, we want to use the Coca Cola as an ingredient, not as a cover-up. So that's why we did it this way. And we're just going to take Mexican cola and just top it off. Give yourself a little bit of wash line. Doesn't need much. It's not going to turn into a black drink. And when it comes to your cola, if you can't get Mexican cola, feel free to use American-style colas. We like to use at the bar the small cans because it creates less of opportunity for it to go flat. But if you can only get the 12-ounce cans, go for it. I probably would serve this without a straw and without a garnish just because I already put lime juice in there. And I want you to experience that handcrafted ice, so I wanted to hit on your lip. But for this one, and for the sake of the video, we're going to garnish it with one lime wedge right there. And yeah, that looks great. So that is going to be our Cuba Libre. That's awesome. It's like there's no alcohol bite at all. It's almost like a spiced Christmas punch, but made for the summertime, like chilled down. Just spice running through all those deep chocolatey flavors from the cola. The Demerara sugar is just tying everything together. That earthiness I spoke of. This is I'm very proud of this cocktail. It took me a long time to come up with this variation, and I look forward to you guys coming to Hardwood and trying one yourself. But until you get here, please take this recipe, try it at home, play with your rums, play with your sugars, play with your ratios, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you came up with. I can't wait to hear it. Please follow us. I guess it's called subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube, what you're watching this on, and like these videos, and please comment. We really appreciate it. And send us money, because we need it. Cuba Libre, y'all. Cheers.